there, my name is Asad Shaikh. I'm with the Who Wore It Better project. We're based out of Tampa Bay, Florida, and we're a homeless advocacy organization geared to addressing some of the needs of the local homeless population. Homelessness is a problem that we all see and that we all deal with very indirectly, but our organization is geared at empathizing with people who are suffering from homelessness, learning their stories, and even more than learning their stories, leveraging those stories to raise funds and resources for local organizations that are already in place serving those needs. The organization really gave me a medium or a means for which to kind of exercise some of the positive things that I wanted to do in the community. I think what's very important is that most people like to do positive things, and they might see problems and not know how to address them. And I was one of those people. But I was inspired by working with organizations such as Project Downtown, who goes downtown every Friday and serves food and cooks all kinds of dishes, and then goes to multiple locations in Ybor City and downtown Tampa and serves people food while engaging with them, speaking with them, learning their stories. So the organization really has given me a vehicle to connect and reach out to people and kind of show them, what my passions are, and also show them that, there's a lot of work to be done in the community. My motivation really, it comes down to when I was younger, probably in high school. A lot of times we would, be around the USF area or, the Temple Terrace area, and there's a few homeless people there. And a lot of time people look down upon them just because they're panhandling for money, or they make assumptions such as that they're drug addicts or people who are no good, bums who can't go out and get jobs or have no desire to do so. So with me, I would never give them any money, but if I had some spare time, I'd say, hey, there's a McDonald's down the block, just meet me down there, and we'd chop it up and probably have a double cheeseburger or something and just talk about stuff. I remember one of the first times, I believe when I was in like 10th grade, I met a really buff ex-convict who had done prison for something that was not even a violent crime, and he was kind of telling me that what he struggled with is he was just trying to get into some kind of entry-level job, and he'd gone to so many places, and because of his prior record he wasn't able to get a stable source of income, and now he was on the streets. After working with organizations that did help in that space, I said, well, what can I do to put my own kind of fingerprint on it? The phones that we have at the tip of our hands are basically comparable to supercomputers that people had back in the 70s, 80s, and probably in the late 90s. So what we need to do is leverage those social media, Instagram, Facebook, into things that actually help the community instead of wasting our time on them, which I was very guilty of and still am guilty of, but I'm trying to transition out of that. For people who are down on their luck, it's really about figuring out how to leverage those tools. There are many creative ways you can search for a job. You don't even have to be hired in some cases. There's Uber, there's things of that nature, so it's all about being creative and using the powerful tools that we have for good and not to be stagnant. I've just recently relocated back to the Tampa Bay area, so we don't have any fundraisers scheduled as of yet. That being said, I'm looking to connect with barbers, any organizations that currently deal with clothing drives for the homeless or homeless shelters. So my big thing is I want to partner with an organization that's already in place, that has the infrastructure. That way we can seek to address their needs. Say that they, in their day-to-day operations, they need food donations, but they don't have the time or the means to advertise, whether it be on social media or in other vehicles, and they need that extra push just to advertise. They have the people in place, they just need the resources. So we're looking to partner with organizations like that. We can be found on Instagram at whoworeitbetter.project, and I can be found on Instagram at Asad Shaikh _27.